What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. Guys, I want to talk about how dumb some people are. Alright? Just dumb. Now, a lot of our brothers unfortunately have talent, but many of our brothers are dumb. Just dumb. Right? And I want to talk about this because some of us work very hard to get to where we're at, just to get to a place and blow it because we are stupid. I've done it before. I can't lie. But now we're talking about Danuel House. Now, shout out to my man Jada Black. Jada Black weighed in on this earlier. Video's doing very good, over 40,000 views. The name of the video is called "Wife of NBA Player Danuel House Leaves Him After He Got Caught Sneaking a Girl Into the Room." Shout out to Jada Black. He is the king of this entertainment space. All right, he's really doing a good job. Go check out his video. I'll leave the link in the description. But Danuel House is a guy who was undrafted. All right, he went to University of Houston, then went to Texas A&M. So, and you guys know, like when you're a player in today's league, coming out early is the best thing. Like when I was coming up, people like Kobe Bryant coming out of high school, Kevin Garnett, Jermaine O'Neal, it was not often that was happening. All right, but people wanted you to stay in college longer. Today's game, the longer you stay in college, you're looked at as an older player. You're looked at as a person that can't develop fast. You know, if you're coming out of college, if you're finishing your 4 years there now, it's, unless you're really spectacular, it looks bad. People would rather you spend a year in college and 3 years in the league as opposed to playing 4 years in NCAA in college, because when you go to the NBA, you're playing against the top level talent. You're developing, and you know, a player that's, you know, pretty much been playing in the NBA for 3 years at 22 should be in theory better than a player coming out of college playing, because the competition is different. But I'm centered to say this: Danuel House stayed all 4 years. So you're already coming out of college as an older player, 22. You go directly to the Wizards, undrafted, to the D League. You got on the Suns, played okay, but then you find a home in Houston. And he is like Danny Green. I would consider him, you know, a 3-and-D player. So he comes off the bench. He's a good defender. He gets, he really good shooting free throws, 3-pointers. He's pretty decent. He's playing really well in the playoffs. But what happened is, and the guy's married. All right, he's married. He sneaks a thought into the NBA bubble thing. All right. His wife, Whitney House, obviously found out about it. He was kicked out of the bubble. All right. He embarrassed himself and his family and his wife. All right. And you know what? I can't say I don't feel bad about the guy, because his wife is beautiful. He has a family. She's a black woman. You know, you have a good career. You're doing everything, and obviously you probably weren't to make a lot of money. So she's with you when I make a lot of money. Everything's going good for you. You get kicked out of the bubble. All right. Now you're gonna lose your wife. Your wife's post. You weep what you sow. You'll lose your family, and then the fit that you were on the Rockets is gone. Now, here's the situation. Here's the problem going forward. Mike D'Antoni is going to be leaving the Rockets. He was going to leave it. He had to quit. All right? They just can't play good in the postseason. But here's the situation. When this happens, you fit good in D'Antoni's system. Who's to say that Danuel House, the next coach that's coming in, you're a fit for this system? Now, don't get me wrong. He is a 3-and-D player. 3-and-D player is going to get paid in the NBA. But the thing about it is, you're a risk for the team. And everybody else is playing by these rules, right? And you know the NBA has a snitch policy. So if you're bringing in chicks in the bubble, people gonna tell, especially during the playoffs. And not only that, you cost your team a chance to extend the series. Don't get me wrong. They were not going to beat the Lakers anyway. But they had a better chance. He's a good defender. He was producing off the bench. He adds depth. So, he come in and sub for James Harden. He can come in and sub for Russell Westbrook. You need depth in the playoffs. And what you did was, because the first game they won, you are probably the reason why they lost the series as fast as they did. This is the issue here. And you cost your team the series. All for what? For a thought? You're going to lose your wife. You're going to lose your job. You're an undrafted player. You worked real hard to get to where you're at. You now teams are going to be looking at you like, well, if we hired a guy, he don't follow instructions. The NBA is going to be really pissed off at you. Because why? You don't follow instructions. You can't get no Instagram booty pictures or something like that, bro. And the thing about it is this. You don't even care about the safety of the other players in the NBA. You are a threat to the league. Why? Because what? You're bringing somebody in that is not in COVID. You're in the league. They're at playing in Disney in the bubble in Orlando for a reason. Because they don't want the league people getting sick. The referees and whatnot. You can't afford to let LeBron James get coronavirus. That's in the NBA. And you're doing that because you're bringing in some chick. She's not getting tested. All because you want to thot it up. And when will black men have to stop this stuff, man? This is buffoonery. I'm not saying all brothers do this because we don't. But this is sad. Because the guy worked hard to get to where he's at. He did. He worked really hard. Going through the D-League, being undrafted, making a team. Team drafting those positions all the time, not having a guaranteed contract. Then you perform and you throw it all away like this. A shame. It's a shame, bro. And you think that after the other player, and on the Seahawks did it, they wouldn't do it. But guys, it's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Subscribe, hit the bell. I really appreciate you for all that you're doing. And subscribe to the bell. As you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. Don't forget to look at the first comment pinned to the top, guys. Check out the Black Men Are Perfect T-shirt. Check out the NegroManosphere.com poll to vote for your favorite Manosphere YouTubers. Check out the Patreon, guys. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.